This is the sort of little clever ways that we can get sellers to say, you know what, I like that buyer. He really wants to help me and make my life easier. I got 10 offers. He's the only one who thought of me as a person. Welcome to my classroom. I'm Chris Collette, the real estate professor. And today I want to talk to you about how to get your offer accepted. We all know what this market is like. It is crazy. If you look year over year data from last year to this year, there are approximately 50% of the homes available that there were last year. Half as many homes. That's insane, especially considering how many people are doing just fine financially. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people who aren't. A lot of people who are dealing with some stuff. People have been laid off. I've had plenty of clients and I have plenty of friends who've been affected by this in a negative way. But there's also a lot of people who just work from home now, right? And they have a lot of time and they got a lot of time to go house shopping. And when you live at home for a long time, with your spouse and your kids, you start to feel like maybe it's a little smaller of a house than you really want to live in. You start to think, let's upgrade. Well, in this market, it is hard to upgrade. It's hard to buy a house at all in this market. So I want to talk to you today about 5 maybe clever ways to actually get your offer accepted. So step 1, actually, of the 5, maybe call it a 6th one or 1A, I actually want you to go back and watch episode 4. The 4th episode is where we talked about 4 ways to get your offer accepted then. Those are some more basic ways, some different ways to handle your pre-approval, the inspection contingencies to get your offer accepted. So here are 5 more. The first one is to actually shoot a video. I'm on video, and the reason you're probably watching this is because videos are more fun to read than letters. Videos are more fun to watch than articles. So when you actually write an offer, I do this with every one of my clients. I have them write a letter, include a cute photo of maybe them, their spouse, their dog. Go find a dog if you don't have one, but get it in the shot. And I also have them shoot a video, and it's super simple. Here's how it goes. Hey sellers, thanks for taking the time to show us your home. We really love it, and we think it'd be a great fit for us, especially as our first home. The backyard is huge, which is great for both of our dogs. We'd love the chance to maybe make this our forever home. Please let us know if you have any questions. We look forward to hearing back. Thanks, and we hope you have a great day. It's that simple. You take a video like that, you have your agent include it in the offer, and all of a sudden, if you're even close to being the highest offer, the sellers think, man, they're adorable. I want them to have my house. I have had multiple listing agents tell me that my buyer's offer was accepted specifically because of the letter, the photo, and or the video, even at less money than the highest offer. Thinking of one client who bought a home on the west side of Worcester, she saved $10,000 because the listing agent said, hey, we had an offer that was $10,000 more, but the seller wanted your client to have the house. So shoot a video, include it with the offer. Number 2, move the seller's stuff. So I had a home that my client was selling in Ashby. This was an older gentleman who was going to be going into a retirement community. He was moving out of state, and he had a good amount of stuff in his house. And because it was just him, I believe he was in his 70s, it's kind of a process for him to clean out his house, and it's physically draining. So we got a bunch of offers on that house, and one of the offers included language that said, we understand that it might be difficult to clean out your house. We will handle it for you. Or we will move your stuff for you. That is both tip 2 and 3. If you can actually take the seller's trash and throw it away for them, or say, you can leave whatever you don't want, and whatever you do want, we'll pay for your moving truck to wherever you're going to your next house. All of a sudden, it not only makes the money more for the seller because they don't have to pay for a moving truck, but it lowers their anxiety and it lowers their physical stress of having to move all their stuff. This is the sort of little clever ways that we can get sellers to say, you know what? I like that buyer. He really wants to help me and make my life easier. I got 10 offers. He's the only one who thought of me as a person. And if you can sort of build that emotional connection, you're going to definitely have a leg up against the rest of the competition that just says, well, I paid more. Why don't you take my offer? Which can sometimes come across as a little bit cold with some sellers. So number 2 was move the seller's stuff. Number 3 was take the seller's trash. Just let them leave it in the house if they want. You'll get rid of it for them. Number 4 is a flexible closing date. I have written in offers for my clients that the seller can pick whatever closing date they want from February 1st to April 30th. This lets the seller feel really comfortable and confident that it's not going to mess with their life. The idea of having to move on a certain day or time. Maybe they just have really stressful job and they know that moving after tax season is going to be better than moving before it. A lot of times agents will say this, they'll say this to me, right? My client is really, really flexible, but put it in writing. If you put it in writing that the seller has the ability to pick, makes it way easier. This is especially strong if the seller is trying to find a house to move to. If they're selling their house because they want to buy another one, they want flexibility, they want time. I'm selling a home for my clients. My clients right now are under agreement. They accepted an offer all the way back in November, and the buyers gave them all the way to February to find their next house and have an offer accepted. That's one of the reasons why my sellers chose their offer. It's because it gave them months and months in this crazy market to go find the next house. The other advantage too when you're selling is if you have an offer accepted, you're more likely to get your buying side offer accepted as well, because you can say, yes, we're selling our house, but we already have buyers and they'll close whenever we want them to. So you pick the closing date. And then all of a sudden, this whole chain of buying and selling with all three parties works out. And then number 5, use and occupancy. This one is rare, but it comes up every once in a while. What if the seller wants to sell, but doesn't actually want to go anywhere just yet? Maybe they want the money from selling, but they don't want to leave the house yet. That's where use and occupancy come into play. You could say right in the offer, we want to buy the house and close on June 1st, but we'll allow the seller to use and occupy the property for up to 60 days while they find the apartment they're going to move to, while they get ready to move to Florida, while they want to move into the retirement community that they don't know exactly which date they're actually going to move in just yet. But maybe the seller needs the money from the sale to put a deposit down for that retirement community. Well, how's he going to get the money if he hasn't sold yet? But he doesn't know when he's going to move in. He's got to put the deposit down ahead of time. This sort of conversation that I, as a buyer's agent, have with the listing agent gives my clients an advantage because I learn what the seller really wants. And then I can make sure that my buyers give that to them, both money, but also terms. So if you have questions about buying, especially in this competitive market, or selling or investing in Mass and New Hampshire, reach out to me and my team. We'd love to help. I'm Chris Collette, the real estate professor, and I'll see you guys next week.